and objective open thinking. With Martian UFO. Produced by Martian UFO Media. The best podcast on air with your hearty host. Catch episodes weekly on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Hey everybody. So first of all, I would just like to take a moment here to say thank you. Thank you very much, actually. I appreciate everybody who's taken the time to listen, or even taking, a few minutes here and there, and, just listening to what I'm saying, I guess, and adding to my listener population, if you want to call it that. I appreciate it. And I've been telling people, I really just enjoy doing this. I've been enjoying doing the podcast and I guess talking about certain topics, different things, and really the researching into the different topics that I'm going to cover is a lot more fun than, it's all fun. It's all fun for sure. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And hopefully you guys can ride with me for, as many episodes as I look forward to doing. Let me tell y'all, first of all, I'm just sitting up here looking at a nice view. I just got up into Calgary earlier this evening, and yeah, just hanging out, man. I was going to speak about a different topic, but I think I just wanted to take some time to talk to you guys about self-care and consciousness of the mind. How can I start this? Well, first of all, I guess since I'm out here, let me say that, it's a nice, bright, sunny day. I can hear lots of birds and shit. Lots of green out here. And I got my water and my medicine, of course. And I'm gonna bring up an analogy that one of my buddies always likes to say. I don't know if I should mention his name or not, but a lot of you probably know him. His name's Quest. He always says to get lots of water and sunlight. And, I think that's, I guess, if we're going to talk about self-care, the first thing that's the most essential, making sure that you get a little bit of sunlight. That's that vitamin D, whatever. Making sure you get enough water in a day, because it actually does make you feel better. You drink 2 liters or more. It's a lot of water, but by the time you get it down, it's doing something for your body. And I guess, to get more deep into it, man, especially in this time right now, coronavirus and with what we're going through, and the economic strain and the fear that everybody has, and not knowing what's really going to be happening in the future. I think there's never really been a time, because you could look at it in 2 ways, right? You could say that, oh no, this is disaster and despair and oh shit, what's going on? But it's also allowed for a super huge slowdown. Life as we see it and as we know it is so go and fast. And I would say that for myself, during the first months of when coronavirus was really setting in, and they took us out of school and people were being taken out of their jobs. It was a shitty moment for sure, guys. Let's not lie about it. To not be working, to be out not really doing much. They shut down most of everything for about close to 2 months, if it was not full 2 months. But really during that time, that's obviously why I'm doing the podcast. I took that time to look into myself, to look into just things that I wanted to do, because I guess looking into the future, like I said before in the last couple of videos, change is coming, and to be ready for any kind of change that's coming right now. The students that are with me in this criminal justice program, a lot of us are, either going to be graduating this coming year, or we're looking into do it in 3 years or whatever. But what do you see past that? What's the game plan, the goal? A lot of you guys are younger than me, or just hitting 20, 21, and there's it's a big world, man. It's a lot bigger than just these southern towns that we're occupying and how we see life and the society and things like this. I think that rubs off on us kind of negatively a lot of times, especially, in Medicine Hat, I notice that there's like a dark shroud sometimes, and when I talk about self-care and consciousness of the mind, I don't really, to say that I would know what to say to people to kind of get out of the funk and things like this. I don't necessarily think that I have the best answers, but for myself, just, starting with the getting outside, the really taking in nature, slowing down, because if people know me for sure, they know that I pretty much do everything slow. People get mad at me a lot for showing up to places slow, for replying to people slow. I know a couple of people today that I was just taking my time, and it's not a good thing. Obviously, there's negative things about it, but if you think about the rush of life, taking time to slow down, to kind of just think and do your thing and not be worried about what everybody else is doing, I think that allows for more consciousness of mind, right? Like being in the quiet with yourself. A lot of people don't like to do that, and I guess I find times to do that. I guess I don't know if you want to call it meditation or just a lot of people I know, they like to do their bath thing with the salts and play your music and candles and whatever. And man, just I think, with whatever kind of change is coming up in the next coming months, and especially, there's about 7 weeks I think, for the people who are going back to school and who are still going to be working and school, and people who are just like looking forward to the next couple of weeks of what their life is going to look like. I think just trying to be open to whatever comes, trying to have an open mind and be perceptive to the signs in your life. If you think that maybe something isn't the path or the route that you should be taking, there's other, it's not the end even, right? There's other opportunities and experiences. And like I like to tell a lot of people, because, being, here at 24, I feel that I've, the way that I think and stuff, it's a lot older sometimes. Like I feel like I'm a 30-year-old sometimes, and that has its ups and downs as well. But just I've seen a lot of life, right? Like experiences in life, which teaches you that sometimes, the slowdown isn't necessarily the worst thing, because it could be gone, it could be done. There were a lot of people that or we know that coronavirus took or could have taken. A lot of people got grandparents and people with immune systems that aren't the strongest, and things like this. So just making sure that, to be around, to think about those people, because, and again, the rushness of life, going to work and then to home and then to school, and dealing with the family, and then the everyday, like even today, I had to take time to just relax and take time with myself, because on the way up here, I get into fits of road rage once in a while, and there's certain circumstances and situations or whatever, but that's just life as well. Life is certainly not fair. It's not cruel. I think it gives you what you need at the right time. If you're looking for that, outlet, if you're open to what's coming, and then that ties into consciousness of mind. I've been doing the audio books, the podcasts, which I guess, I wouldn't say like, a lot of people's perceptions of it, is that like, it's boring or whatever, but I think people say that they're busy, and a lot of people have children and things that are going on, but, even 15, 20 minutes a day, taking that walk, doing something, getting out, because these are things that we enjoy now, and little peaceness of life or whatever. Because when I talk about, the future and things like this, there's a time that we might not have the little enjoyances anymore. We might not be able to see certain people. And I'm, I guess, in the last piece to break off, because now coming up in the same space as you guys before, a lot of you, I know you guys from McCoy, and in different high schools and things like this, younger people. I remember being your age and being super tight with I guess everybody with your group and things like this, and I wasn't really prepared myself for I guess the change. Life starts to move real quick, and for us it was 2013 and 2014, 2015, and moving around from different places, going to Lethbridge and Calgary and then back and all around, and in that time, not really realizing that we're all going in different directions, whether we're, moving together or whether we're in the same program kind of deal, and just kind of being prepared for that. Because now I'm happy and glad to say that I still have, those connections with certain people. And although they might not be as tight, whenever I get together with these guys now, it's always love, and just thinking about the growth. And I guess being in connection with them over the years, even though it's not like every day, all this kind of stuff has helped me have mentors in a way, so to speak, people to kind of like look at and just be like, I want not to make sure to slip up, to always be on my grind, my work game and all this kind of stuff. Because at the end of the day, you think about things like high school reunion, about linking up with your day one guys, your girls, whatever, and looking back on life and thinking, man, like, decades, 2 decades, and look at where we are now kind of deal. It's big concepts, I guess. As I sit out here in this beautiful neighborhood, and I guess that's just where I'll leave you guys. I'm gonna go get some food and whatnot, and I guess enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy your loved ones, enjoy your friends, and the next topic is gonna be a good one for the guys. Anybody who follows the NBA, we're gonna talk about that. And yeah, man, I hope you guys all have a good night, and we'll see you soon.